Hey everyone, DJ Pete here, aka the Yaki Vegan, and this is the portable Jackery outdoor power. These are very useful and they're used them a lot for camping and different applications, but today I'm going to talk about which one do you need. It's all going to depend on the application and the type of use. Since we're in the DJ business, these are really handy. There's a lot of videos, well, there's several on YouTube right now from DJ companies or other DJs utilizing these, but this one's a quick video and it's just going to show you, really get to the point, which one do you need for your applications. I found out the hard way that this unit right here, this is the model 400. So it goes by watt hours, so 400. They have different models. They range all the way from, let's see, 160, 240, 300, 500, 1,000, and the big boy, 2,000 watt hour Jackery. So those are the big boys. So I had a bridal show this past weekend, a bridal expo here in Tucson, Arizona. I'm located in southern Arizona, and I took a 55 or 60-inch flat screen up on one of my trusses, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay the extra $140 or whatever the expo organizers charge to get electricity, so I'm gonna take my Jackery and power the flat screen with it. Well, it worked, but it only lasted about a good no, it wasn't even 4 hours. I say it on the video 4 hours, and I'll show you the video right now I took at the expo. And it lasted about 3 hours, almost 4, maybe 3.75. And there's an easy way to figure that out for anyone, for any application you're using. It's really easy to figure it out. I learned it, I wouldn't say the hard way, but I learned as we go. I use my Jackery. This is 400 watt hours, Jackery 400. And I use it for ceremonies mainly. Just for ceremony, I power just a small Shure receiver, and I power also an iPad like the one I have here, iPad Pro, and I use it for remote ceremonies, and it works fine. I don't use it to power any speakers. I mean, I could, a small speaker. I've used it before to power a QSC K12.2, and it worked just fine for a ceremony. I did notice that when I turned up the volume, it couldn't power the speaker very much. I didn't notice, let me turn this guy on. Unfortunately, I didn't notice how much draw it was coming out. So that's going to determine what type of Jackery, which model you need, and how much watt hours, how much power you need is the draw from whatever application you're putting or you're using it for. So I use it just for ceremonies, just for power my iPad Pro, maybe my cell phone, maybe definitely my microphones on ceremonies. If I need to, I could power a small speaker, and you figure out all those watts, how much watt it's gonna tell you how much watts it's consuming right there. It's going to tell you how much watts it's drawing from this, or the devices are drawing, and the Jackery. It's going to tell you how much it is. So that's going to determine how much power and how many hours this is going to last, okay? And it's simple division. There's a formula on the Jackery website, and I'll share it with you. I'll see if I can share it with you down here. I'll put it down here, but it's so operating time equals watt hours of the Explorer times, okay, very important, 0.085 divided by the power your device is consuming or running. So I'll put it down here. And really important, the 0.85, that compensates for the unit, because it's not how can I say it? It's not at 100%. It's not giving 100% power to the unit, so it will compensate. So on the website, you have to times it by 0.85 just for that little bit of power this thing is using on its own to power your devices. I hope that makes sense. But it's on the site. You can check it out. There's the formula on there, and I'll put it down here. So it's, for example, I'll show the video. My LCD flat screen, it's a Roku TV. I used it at the expo. It was drawing 100 watts to 125 watts. It's going to fluctuate. And I didn't know it drew that much power. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of watts. 100 to 125. I was looking at the draw right here. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot. All right, we're winding down the Bridal Expo. And here's an update of the Jackery portable power. We were using it to power this, I think it's a 60 inch flat screen TV. I'm tired, so forgive me, but we had it plugged in over here, and that's all we were running on the Jackery. It's down here right now. It's down here right now. And it's completely dead. So there's a test on the power. It was drawing 100 watts, 100 to 125 watts, running this flat screen. And we started it around 9:30. The bridal show started, and we were running the flat screen over here. Our promo for, hey, there I am. We're running it for, till, let's see, 9:30 a.m. to 1:25. I noticed that it died. So that's 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. And it ran for 4 hours, powering this projector. I mean the LCD. And I noticed it was drawing 100 watts to 125 watts, which is a lot. So FYI, it lasted only 4 hours. The Mackie Thump, though, is going really good. Mackie Thump, no problems. It's gonna go all night. I love the Mackie Thumps. But the screen is dead. We also have the RF4 from both lighting. Those are going strong. No problems with those. I didn't want to pay the extra $126 to get the electricity, but I guess I have to next time. The good thing is the bridal show is almost over. The bridal show is almost over. It's been a long day. I think everything died. GoPro died. My laptop died. Most importantly, the Jackery died. And this is, what model is this? This is the Jackery, I think it's the 5000. Oh, shoot.
Hey, listen up, everybody. If you have a purple wristband, that means you're a VIP, and that means you are invited to the Brasma Lingerie Fashion Show in room 201. We're going to start in about 10 minutes, and if you don't have a purple wristband, but you know me, come get one. We'll see you in room 201.
I don't have a purple wristband.
Ladies only.
I think it's ladies only. All right, so Now that we have the formula, let's do the math. For the TV that I was using at the expo, it was drawing, like I said, 100 watts to 125 watts. It was fluctuating. So let's go somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to use the formula on the Jackery site. So this model is the Jackery 400, so 400 watt hours. So let me clear my calculator. 400 times 0.85. The 0.85 is for the, it's not 100%. It's not going to be giving that device 100%. So we have to compensate for the unit and the use and the power it's using on its own. So 0.85 divided by, let's go with the peak, 125 watts. That TV was drawing from the Jackery. So equals 2.72 hours. So the LCD, the flat screen that I was using, drawing 125 watts from this unit, 400, it's going to last, this is going to last 2.72 hours. Simple. So see, that's a really easy formula. And 100 watts, you can use that. Let's see, 400 times 0.85 divided by 100 watts. So it's going to last 3 hours and about 3.5 hours. So that was kind of what it lasted. So it lasted 3.5 hours. I turned it off at a couple times. I'm like, this is draining so fast. But it lasted 3.5 hours, right? Exactly like that formula. So that's a quick tip, pro tip to figure out what your device is and how long this is going to last depending on their model. So this is a 400. You can get them up to 500, 550s. Let's see, they go up to 1,000. Let's see, what are the other ones? They go up really high. The highest one that I saw on the website was 1,500 and 2,000. So depending on your use, your application, that's going to hopefully help you out to pick out what type you need. I'm probably not going to use that for a TV no more. Like I said, this is plenty for what I use it for. I power a couple of Shure mics, an iPad Pro, and I could do a speaker, but I don't really have to. Usually for ceremonies. Then I charge my GoPro, I charge my phones, I charge my Canon camera on the side if I need to during the wedding, during the night. The wife's phone, somebody else, if they, and this is plenty for me. I might get another unit because these are awesome. These Jackeries are pretty awesome. Takes a while to charge, FYI. I might go up to maybe 1,000, the Jackery 1,000, just for I can, just have a little bit more punch. I wouldn't power my whole DJ system with these. You probably could if you get 1,000 to 1,500 or 2,000 watt hour model, but I wouldn't. But it's good to have these as a backup. Very good to have these as a backup. So I do highly recommend a Jackery for your rig. Put it in your rig as a backup, ceremony, charge devices as you go. And that's it. I hope these tips were helpful to figure out which unit you need. Probably a little bit higher, just to be on the safe side, but you can figure out what you need. This is mostly for DJs and powering DJ equipment, but you can use the same calculation to figure out if you need to power a small fridge, power out a whatever you're using, a laptop, fans, different things. Just figure out how much watts that thing is drawing. Do the calculation and you'll figure out how long this is going to last, depending on your model. So then you can figure it out and figure out which one you need. And that's it. We'll see you on the next video. I hope this is helpful. Don't forget to, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.